Do you want to improve your storytelling game on Instagram stories? Well, don't go anywhere. I've got some tips that will help you out. Coming right after this. What's going on, everyone? My name is Claudio and welcome to this new video. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing to this channel to learn more about photography, video, and graphic design tips. And don't forget to turn on the notifications. So what I've got today are some tips for you when you are going to be posting photos to your Instagram stories, and kind of some strategic ways to take those photos and then to add text to those. I'll be using an app called Adobe Spark Post to add my text to the photo. So without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and jump into my phone so I can show you what I'm talking about. First thing I'm going to do is show you on my phone several photos that I took here in my office. Here's one of my setup when I was recording these videos. And if you notice on the lower right corner, it's kind of an empty area. Purposely did that because that's where I'm going to add some text here in a little bit. Moving on to this next photo, if you notice the space underneath the laptop is kind of black there. Again, that's intentional. I'm going to be adding fonts, or I should say text there. And then lastly, I have kind of a shot of my camera here with my monitor. So I'm going to be using that monitor to add text as well. So now let me jump on over to Spark Post. And we're going to begin a project here. I'm going to hit the plus sign and begin with the first photo, which was of my desk area here. And it's asking if I want to use live. I'm not. I'm going to change it up to Instagram story and then hit done. I'm not going to worry about this text for now, but I'm going to kind of size my photo up. If you notice, if I can zoom it, there we go. Zoom it in and out to try to fit it nicely so we can see that space down there. Let me zoom in a bit here, bring this down. Excellent. So that way you can see that area on the lower right corner is dark, and that's where I want my text to be. Additionally, I can add my logo there. I'm going to delete that because I don't want that in the photo. Here's the text that I'll be using, but I do not want that kind of shape around it. So I'm going to go to shapes and remove that. Coincidentally, if you are interested in learning more about Adobe Spark Post, I have a video that I'll link up here as well as in the description below. And moving on here, I'm going to change the color of that font to white. And then I'm going to do this here. This is a pretty cool feature available within Adobe Spark Post, is tapping on the photo. I'm able to edit that photo, adjust it, but here's a cool feature, filter it. And I'm going to change it to black and white, and then do a little enhancement here, bring up some of that contrast and adjust the brightness a bit, maybe bump it up just slightly, maybe bring up the highlights, bring the shadows down because I want that dark area to be a little bit darker there. And that works just fine. Double tap the text, and again, since I'm telling a story on Instagram, I want this to be sequential. So I'll talk about kind of how I set this up as kind of a progression of photos. So I'll start here, all set up for recording. Let's make sure we spell that correctly. Recording videos, and I hit done. And if I want to hit a line and maybe do that there, boom, I'm all done. It's ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and hit share, and if I want to right here, I can go to Instagram and share immediately to Instagram, but I want to save all my photos first and then kind of do them in order, in succession, within Instagram. And again, that's a preference. So let's go back to here, hit share, and I'm going to save the image. So now the image is saved into my photo albums. I'm going to go back to all my projects, and here's the trick. I'm going to tap on that project and then duplicate it. I'll just call this step 2. And now The next thing I'll do is I'll tap on the photo here and go to edit and replace it. And now I'm going to go look for that second photo, the one of the laptop. And here it is. And because it's already black and white, I don't have to adjust it. It's going to replace the photo and leave whatever settings I had for that photo. So there it is. I'll slide it a bit, tap on this text, move it here, and then write something about this here. And let's say, going to be filming about Instagram tips. And there it is. Make it a little bit larger. And now hit done and share and save that image. And just like that, I've got my second image done. Go back to my photos and one more time tap on that, duplicate it once again. Well, let's try that one more time. I'll call this step 3, tap done, and then follow the same steps. Go to replace the photo, look for that third one. This one's going to be a little bit tricky. I'm going to go photo and going to move the photo right here, kind of center it a bit. And then here's the little trick. Because my little monitor there says icon, and if I were to place that above it, it doesn't look too well. So in this case, I'm going to tap on that font or that text and go to shape and going to choose the one with the box. So that way, kind of remove that right there. Adjust it. Now, if it's not the exact same color, here's what you can do is you can actually get the dropper and get close enough to the original color, and you'll never know that it said icon right there. So I'm going to double tap there. All done filming videos. Or I can say something else, but I'll just drop that there. And boom, all set to go. I'll hit share and save the image. And just like that, within Adobe Spark Post, I was able to create 3 Instagram story photos, add text to them, and I can have them ready to go. So I can go to Instagram now and share those 3 back to back to back. Quick and easy way to create Instagram stories using Adobe Spark Post. You can add text. And again, a major tip is be intentional with your photos. If you have some areas in your photos that you are taking, maybe some selfies, think about adding some extra open space somewhere so it can kind of act as a placeholder to text. Now, is it necessary? No, but it's just kind of a tip, something that I try to do when I take photos that I'm going to share on Instagram. So those are my tips for Instagram stories using Adobe Spark Post. If you think this was helpful or learned something new, don't forget to hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments or any other ideas or tips, please do add it in the comment section. And if you're looking to up your photography and movie making skills and learning more graphic design tips like these right here, consider subscribing to this channel by clicking on that icon over there. And thanks again for watching. Be good to one another. Peace. I'm out.